Alright, I had one challenge and one goal in this game for Risk of Rain 2. This originally wasn't going to be a video, but I decided to record some of it because it is funny and it was interesting. And it is a good concept for a challenge. I'm trying to unlock a character which takes a fuel cell. I have to wear the fuel cell, so if I get below half health, I explode and die. Even if I don't die from the explosion, I still lose the challenge because there's no other way to get the fuel cell except from the beginning of the game. And to make it more funny and interesting, I decided to be a literal glass cannon. 500% damage, but only 10% of our max HP. How did you think this run went? I think you can use your imagination to clearly see how it went. Did I complete my goal yet? I don't know. I guess you gotta wait to find out. Enjoy the stupidity being made of glass in Risk of Rain 2. Consider this as our first run. This is going to be a solo run. Later down the game, I'll be inviting my friend to come on over and try to help me get this out of the way. Quick explanation, this is like a roguelike adventure game where you level yourself up, getting stronger and stronger the further you go until you inevitably die. You can try to balance out the skill on the easy levels by beating the bosses as quick as you can, but you need to make sure you can stay evenly equipped for the next level ahead of you because it still gets harder even if it's on easy, and to also face off the boss itself. Or you can risk lagging behind, getting all the items you can, and then make it to the next level. But who knows, you might be in hard mode on stage 2. There's quite a lot to factor in already, but now I've made myself literal glass, but can hit like a truck. So I'm not sure how this is really gonna go. Actually, I do know how this went. It went terribly wrong every single time. Since we're always gonna be at low health, and it doesn't matter how many health items I get to increase my HP, if I get below that half mark, I lose anyway. So I tend to go for things like armor, damage reduction, damage like just take no damage at all, dodge chance, stuff like that, and barrier on kill, so I can get extra health on kill, but it doesn't count as my actual health. Now, of course, it feels so good to fight a boss with all this extra damage. They don't get the damage buff, but we do. We shred them like butter, and sometimes, if you get the right items, you can just one-shot a boss in a matter of seconds, for even a single second. If you defeat the boss, you still have to survive the waves of enemies that will start coming out to attack you and kill you before you can complete your portal percentage. Just don't die, it's that easy. You always have to be on your toes, especially for things that can lock onto you and target you no matter what you do. Which, remember, if we take even a bit of damage from them, even on the easiest difficulty, we lose if we go below half health. That was stage 1. Now we're in stage 2, still on easy, with a little bit more health and a little bit more confidence. So, just like all great empires, that doesn't last very long. See, these little flying bastards aren't usually a problem, but when they do only 3 to 4 damage a hit but can lock onto you, that's when it becomes a serious issue. Especially fire. Fire bad, very bad. I got a bit excited here because I found chakrams, which is my favorite weapon of choice to use as an ability. But, of course, I realized that I can't really use it because I don't have the fuel cell now, and I don't want to forget it if I ever complete the level. But this also showed me I don't need to have the fuel cell on me 24/7, so I can have less risk of blowing up. Most of your gameplay will be you trying to survive, dodging this and that way, which if you can do it with a slower character, but I choose Mercenary, which I unlocked pretty recently, and his abilities are all movement. You got to love move. You cannot do this without being able to move. If you're a slow-ass robot, beep boop bop, you're freaking dead. Again, you really gotta stay on your toes. And you gotta collect the best and correct items that go with your build. Our spawns are all chance, so whatever we get is what we get. And we got lucky getting the Stone Titan again, which is by far the easiest boss in the game to fight. It's a shame, really. There's not much to show when it's already dead, and the only real tricky problem is the other enemies. The bosses aren't the main issue, which is weird to say. But we were given a legendary item which boosts our health and regen, so that is very much welcomed in. The rest of the fight was a fight for survival, but after that, we have completed stage 2. It only took, 11 minutes. That is how quick you can make levels just fly by, just like that. Plus, speaking of levels, the way to level your character up and to get extra HP is by murdering literally everything in your path. With every kill, gives you a level. Completing the game is a level 2. Levels increase HP. This game is really a fun grind. Everything is so interesting and unique for this. You'll sink hours into this game without even realizing it. That timer will keep going up and up, and you'll keep feeling stronger and stronger no matter how hard it gets. You want to keep trying, and that's how I felt every single run. Death after death, item after item, I think of even newer ways and newer builds to try out to complete any sort of situation that comes my way. And believe me, a lot will definitely hit you hard. Harder than your mother hit you when you were a child. So it's alright, some of these bosses and some of these fights make you realize you should have been dropped even harder when you were a baby. Seeing as how in no time at all, I forgot what this boss can do and instantly died. There was no chance of recovery. This is just a stupid teapot boss and it shoots balls at you, which is funny enough as it is, but these balls really hurt, okay? At this point, I'm just here to show you the fails. This is the furthest point I've gotten in the game, but it is also stage 4, which in stage 4 is where I'm supposed to be able to drop off this stupid explosive on the back of my character. And it's not there, so pretty much we lost because RNG is not on our side. So the next tactic was getting to an area that will allow us to go through a portal to reset and go to stage 1 again, even though we'll be on technically stage 6. And that means we have another chance of getting to hell. Which, yes, that's where we gotta go for the character. See, now we're in an area I really love, but I also really hate. Everything is dangerous, but it looks so beautiful. It's hard not to love it. This is also where you go to the area that will allow you to get to the rune portal to be able to reset pretty much your life. But I decided to try to get a few more items before doing that because it is very dangerous and I want to be as kitted as possible, which was my downfall. After a confrontation with God himself, I found the portal and was heading towards it. You know, I decided to slash and hack a couple of enemies just to get some extra money to get some more items. But what I didn't know is, or at least I forgot, they have fire. And that was the end of that. One hit was all it took to ruin all that progress we've made. And now we're back to square one.
Bruh. What?
Look at a word. What are we doing wrong?
You're playing with me, that's the problem.
What are we doing wrong? It should not be this hard. How have we not gotten better?
I know why I haven't gotten better, if we're being honest here.
Oh. Yay!
Go grab the... I hate you so much.
I promise you I didn't even click the button.
I don't believe you in the slightest.
I promise I didn't click it.
You did?
I lied. I totally did forgot to, you know, not click the portal and get the stuff I needed. So, yeah, but he doesn't even know that, okay? I gotta save my dignity.
Why would you do that?
I like how the distance from my mic when I was talking, playing this game with him, it makes him sound like he's the main character of my channel and I'm just the background character. Which, in fact, I'm the main character. One of my spider turrets went the longest way possible. Ah, what? What hit me?
Hey, why'd you die?
No, what hit me?
I don't know, but you died in a hilarious pose. Hey.
Shut up with the hilarious. What? No, something was exploding my turrets and me, but I couldn't see it. It was invisible.
Even if you don't know what you're doing, someone else can figure out what you're doing if they just know what the game is.
Wait a minute. He's not going by a legit strat. I know what he's doing. He's doing what he doesn't think I know.
No, but it's more like inputting random commands, someone will figure out what the commands are.
What input
That's
randomer command?
That's like saying spamming left bumper as a Rochi on For Honor will win you the game. It won't, because eventually someone will parry it.
I beg to fucking differ.
Oh yeah?
If you find a shit player, they ain't carrying anything.
That means the player has to be bad. What if they're not? What if they're good? What if you're the bad player?
Bruh, Orochi's too good to be bad.
I disagree.
How? How? Even
I
with
say
the change.
everyone except for MedJ is bad.